Spring Arab conference to create change. Are you concerned about the potential for negative repercussion of if Palestine is not recognized statehood because of the veto?
Right. Listen, we understand that frustrations are high and the tensions are high, but we still believe that there is no way to shortcut past the process of direct negotiations. But we think, we support the democratic aspirations of the Palestinians as we've supported the democratic aspirations of the Egyptians, the Tunisians, the Libyans, the Syrians, the Yemenis. This is one of our fundamental principles, and I think that we have been working closely with the Palestinian Authority for many years now in trying to support their democratic aspirations. We know this is a difficult time. We know this is a difficult process. And we accept that it may not be, that parts of what we're saying are not popular. However, we're frankly more concerned about what the region will look like if we don't keep moving forward towards the peace, towards this two-state solution, than if we were to sit back quietly and just observe what was happening. Our desire is to work within the international community with the members of the quartet to try to help find ways out of this impasse, to try to move forward and get back to the negotiations table. As you may know, the quartet released a statement on the 23rd offering, among other things, a timetable for moving forward on negotiations. I think we can't give up. We can't step back. We can't say this is too difficult, this is too hard, the stakes are too high. As a matter of fact, the fact that the stakes are too high, the fact that the issues, as my colleagues have demonstrated with some of the things that they were just raising, the fact that these issues are so complicated and so important and are so thorny, they just really, they underpin the need to move back to negotiations and the need for both parties to make some difficult decisions, to take a really hard look, and to seriously move forward on negotiations. These are really difficult issues, and there's no easy way to go about resolving them. But that doesn't mean that we should shy from trying to do so.
Again, you see, it is just words, and if the U.S. is really serious and they really mean these beautiful words, there's real meaning behind them, that they want to see a Palestinian state, then why not take the opportunity now and vote for it at the UN? That's where it can be determined. Why do they, at the end of the day, really not want to do that? There is another agenda. I think we saw that at the UN debate last week as well, and when we saw Obama talking, and then we saw Netanyahu. The script was the same when it came to Palestine, Israel-Palestine. Exactly the same script. And this is another problem for the US, you see. And even the quartet to a certain extent. Okay, Russia and the UN are there, but it's the EU who are the lapdogs of America. They do basically everything America tells them to do, or expects them to do. And it's America. It's, again, toothless. It's a completely toothless operation. And Tony Blair, who's their envoy, is not only perceived but is pro-Israel, and none of these people are honest brokers. And why should the Palestinians respect or listen and accept the negotiation, any negotiations with those people? Because they are biased from the beginning. They have an agenda set at the end of the day by their masters, Israel. And I use that word masters very carefully. Once upon a time we thought it was the dog, the US, wagging the tail, Israel. Now it seems to be very much that the tail, Israel, is wagging the dog, the US.
Sadia,
so if I can, I'd like to just ask a question. With the day after a vote in the UN, where do we stand? How, is there a viable independent Palestinian state that's living in peace with Israel? On a practical level, on a sort of logistical, fundamental level, what has been accomplished the day after the vote?
And this question goes
all
to?
of this time and all of
Yes,
this energy,
yes,
rather
yes,
than
I
being
can-
devoted towards direct negotiations, towards direct conversations,
Yes.
is diverted towards the vote. But then
Yes.
the day after the vote, have we moved any
It's
further
very-
towards reaching an everlasting peace?
Very-
Sadi, you have comment on that?
It's very important. It's a very important question, I think. I believe the day after the vote, when Palestine will be recognized as a state, it is very important. The Israeli has to realize that Palestine is no more a disputed area or territory between the Palestinian and the Israeli, because the international community has recognized Palestine as a state within 1967 border, and believe we will be entitled to be a member of those UN agencies worldwide, and will be considered by the international community that we have to be in equal footing when we negotiate with any person who interested in the Palestinian issue. We believe peaceful negotiation. We believe that when Palestine became a state, is the end of the game. We have to continue to negotiate with the Israelis, but we are going to negotiate with them when a new mechanism, a new formula, which is based on the clear reality that Palestine is widely recognized by other states in this world. I believe the time has come. The time has come for the Palestinians to live in peace and stability and to have their own state. We have been waiting for quite a long time, and the international community has shown its solidarity and sympathy with us. It is very clear. And those who oppose the aspiration of the Palestinians to have their own independent state will remain standing on their own side of the history.
Thank you, Sadi.
Israel attacked innocent Palestinians, slaughtered more than 13,000 throughout 800,000 from Palestine, destroyed 400 to 500 Palestinian villages, wiped them off the map, and thereby put under their control another 23%.